If you're doing Pilates and you feel like your waist is actually getting bigger, not tighter, not smaller, but wider, I need you to stay with me. My name is Rivi, and I'm a model in New York City, and I'm the creator of the Row Model Body Sculpting Routine. I've been trained by Victoria's Secret model trainers as well as models who are trainers in the industry. So I want to share with you everything I've learned. I don't want to gatekeep anything. This is something I've searched obsessively about when it started happening to me. And almost no one explains it clearly or tells you how to fix it without quitting Pilates altogether. I went on TikTok, I went on Google searching, why are people saying their waist is getting bigger while doing Pilates? And I experienced it. So it was crazy. I was like, I love Pilates. I never want to give it up. But I'm like, I don't want a bigger waist. I want a smaller waist. Okay. I want the definition and a smaller waist. So I still love Pilates. I still do Pilates, but I do it differently now. So let's talk about what's really going on, what's really happening. So for a while, I was doing Pilates consistently. I loved how strong and defined I felt. My core felt engaged, my posture was great, but my waist measurements were going up and I was like confused. The scale was going down pretty fast, but my waist was getting like hard and stiff. And I was like, what is going on? My clothes felt tighter, even though my core was insane, especially my lower abs. They were like, the 8 pack was packing, okay? So my clothes fit tighter though my jeans didn't fit the same, and I remember thinking, why does my body look more solid when I'm doing everything right? This finally clicked for me after a conversation with my former trainer, who is also a model, while I was developing my Row Model body sculpting method. So here's the part no one really explains. Pilates creates micro tears in the muscle. That's normal. That's how tone and definition are built. When you're breaking down the muscle, it creates micro tears. But when micro tears happen, your body sends fluid, blood, cells, plasma, repair material to that area to heal it. And that response shows up as inflammation. So you can feel that soreness, that stiffness, that you're holding on to water around those parts. That is what's happening. So here's the key detail. Your abs and obliques sit directly under your waistline. So look at my body right now. This is my waist right now, right under my ribs, the smallest part. Abs and obliques wrap around there. So when you're constantly compressing and contracting the core, especially with Pilates, you can end up stacking contraction, inflammation, and fluid retention all in the same place. Pilates is all about engaging the core. So you're working the core the whole time. When you're constantly compressing and contracting the core, especially with Pilates, you can end up stacking contraction, inflammation, and fluid retention all in that same place. So even half an inch in the waist makes a huge difference in how clothes fit and how your body feels. For me, when I started, I saw it in a week. My waist was 25.5. I started doing Pilates after a week every day. My waist went up to like 27. It was crazy. So this is why you can love how snatched your core feels and how your muscles are showing up, but still feel wider through the waist. Pilates is also very compressed by nature, so it densifies the muscle. That's not a bad thing, but when Pilates is done too frequently or for too long without decompression, the waist can start building outward instead of inward. So this is especially common if you're doing Pilates 4, 5, 6 times a week and never fully opening that side waist or reinforcing true stability afterward. So if your waist feels tight, if it feels puffy or thicker, or despite doing everything right, it's not in your head. I want to let you know, like all these Pilates gurus or teachers who are saying, oh, there's no such thing as a Pilates body and it's normal for your waist to get bigger. No, you can get whatever body you want. Let me tell you that. Whatever body you want to have, you can have it. Okay. So here's what actually works. And this is exactly how I train now. And I train myself and I train other women as well. So first, Pilates stays limited. I keep it to 2 times per week, about 30 minutes max. And then every single Pilates session is followed by decompression. So this part is non-negotiable. This is all about stretching. I take a good 10 minutes after every Pilates session to stretch. I open the side waist and core deeply, upward dogs, cobra stretches, mermaid stretches, deep side bends, and supine twists. So this is decompressing everything that you've just compressed. Then I finish with a short stability sculpt sequence, or I can also do my longer workouts as well. But this is completely non-negotiable. Things like jump twists, mountain climbers, walking planks, plank twists, flowing through with another stretch after. This is important to do a lot of stretching when you're doing Pilates if you want your waist to be really flexible, to have a lot of movement and not be stiff. So this teaches the core to pull inward toward the bones instead of expanding outward. You still get the micro tears that create that beautiful definition where you feel strong and you get that tone look and you get that Pilates body because you can have it, but you don't get the puffiness or outward building. So that combination is what changed everything for me. So one optional thing that helped me with soreness and that inflamed, puffy feeling, you might get a lot of soreness when you first start doing Pilates or if you're doing it too often, is L-citrulline. So the most bioavailable way to get it is through fresh watermelon juice or just fresh watermelon. You can just blend some watermelon with some water, same thing, about 4 to 6 ounces before Pilates and 4 to 6 ounces after. So that it reduces all that swollen feeling. You don't have to do this. It's just a general way to help flush that lactic acid so you're not walking around feeling swollen, feeling sore. So I had turned this entire approach into a simple routine because I know how frustrating this can feel. If this video made you feel seen, I created a guide called the Pilates Waist Fix. It's a stability sculpt routine. It's the exact post Pilates routine I used to not only fix my waist when this happened, but keep my waist small while still getting definition. The link is down below. When I noticed what was happening, I stopped Pilates for 2 whole weeks and my waist, I think I mentioned my waist was 25.5 before I started Pilates. And then after, when I was doing it every day for a week, it was 27. And then I stopped for 2 weeks and my waist went down back to 25.5. So I have a whole section in this guide where I show you how to fix it and also my routine that I do after Pilates. So I hope this has helped. Get that guide in the link below. It's going to help you so much. You're going to be so grateful that you tried this and you're going to be able to enjoy Pilates now because your waist will be getting smaller. You're going to get that definition that you like. Okay. Bye, everyone.